Hi, welcome back. This is Aunt Susan's video show. Please do not hang up. Please stay for this one especially because this episode is part of the Carve the Turkey, Not the Family series, and this one's about handling criticism. It is so much fun. Once you get the hang of this, you'll love it. It's so much fun. So here we're going to get right into it. Okay. You can also use these techniques for dealing with nosy people. And you know that everybody has a nosy Aunt Rosie in their family. Oh, when are you going to have another baby? Or, you should really get a dog. Okay. There's always one in every family. Bless their heart. You love them to death, but you got to shut them down. Okay. And also, then there's also the one that just criticizes everything you do. In the last episode, we just kind of hinted a little bit about Aunt Barbara and how she's going to start throwing criticism at you about how you should be using giblets for the gravy and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about how to shut her down too. So the first thing is um, always remember to use your reflective listening skills. And I think you might have heard that in the last episode, right? So when Aunt Barbara says, oh, well, you're supposed to be using the giblets and not that packaged stuff, okay? And you can say, it sounds like that's really important to you. Okay, so there's your reflective listening. And sometimes that's enough. Um, People just want to be heard, and sometimes they don't always realize what a jerk they're being. So, if Aunt Barbara's being jerky, that might be enough to shut her off. If not, you can always continue. So, what you're going to do is evaluate, is the criticism true? Okay, so if it is, you can agree and then make it right. You're absolutely right. I got your drink wrong. Here, give it to me. I'll go get you another one. Okay. If you've made a mistake, own up to it and fix it. Okay. But then let it go. Okay. You don't have to let somebody beat you over the head. That's when you pull out your XYZ limit stopping thing. So you're going to say, when you keep beating me over the head about the mistake I made, it makes me feel bad about myself, and I'd like you to stop that now. XYZ. When you do X, I feel Y, and I'd like Z. For criticism, a lot of times it's just easier to agree with it. If the criticism isn't true, especially, you can do two things. You can either agree with it, so you can say something like, "You know what? You're absolutely right. I do behave like a moron sometimes. What else did you want to talk about?" That makes everybody laugh, and it also diffuses the situation. You know what, Aunt Barbara? You're right. I'm not as good of a cook as you are, but I'm just really happy to have everybody here today. I deflected it. I agreed with her and I deflected it. Okay. If, cousin Joey didn't get the right drink, and you can say, you know what, you're absolutely right, Joe. I'm not really much of a bartender, but I'm really glad you came. So let me get you another drink. Okay. Let me get you the right one. Agree with it. Who cares what they think? Okay. If they think you're a moron, or they think you screwed up, or oh, what kind of a bartender are you? What kind of a hostess are you? Who cares? They don't have to come next year. Right? So doesn't matter if somebody's criticizing you. If it's true, agree with it, make it right, and apologize if you have to. If it's not true, you can either diffuse it by saying, you can say something like, you know what, I had no idea I cracked my knuckles. You've given me something to think about. Um, I'll make sure I make more of an effort to remember not to do that the next time you're around. Saying things like, oh, you've given me something to think about is really a great way to diffusing a lot of times. And then, of course, agreeing with it. You're absolutely right. Cracking my knuckles is really super obnoxious. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about something else. Make a joke out of it. Don't become defensive, because people who are bullies will sense that and they will come in for the attack. So it's not a big deal. Okay. You have the self-confidence and the self-esteem and the self-respect not to let somebody else's opinion bother you. Let it go. Who cares what they think? Okay. Um, what's past is past, and there's nothing that's going to change it. Okay. So focus on solutions to problems and acknowledging their feelings by using some reflective listening. And that's usually enough to to solve the problem. Now we're going to talk about nosy people, okay, who make inappropriate comments about you or your life or your behavior, and you can use statements that sound like this. It sounds like you're really interested in my love life. Thanks for your concern. It seems like you don't like my blouse. Thanks for your input. I know you have really good taste. Or I didn't know that you had so much expertise in car repair. I'll consider your suggestions next time. Okay. So this doesn't mean that you're necessarily agreeing with their position, although you could say that you're agreeing, but that doesn't mean you have to. It just, or that you're going to do what they suggest. But when you're acknowledging their opinion and validating the fact that they have an opinion, whether it's valid or not, um, you're avoiding the argument and shutting it down. So that's what you want to do. Okay, who wants to be fighting? You can also deflect criticism and nosiness by acting as though it was a compliment. Turn it around. So you can say something like, you know, Aunt Rosie, that's what I love about you. You're always worried about my well being. Okay. That doesn't mean you have to answer her nosy questions about your love life or about whether or not you're going to get a cat or when you're going to have a baby. Deflect those questions. You don't have to answer them. They're none of her business. Okay. Worst case scenario is you use the broken record technique. And if you really have to pull out the XYZ statement, be real gentle because she doesn't realize what she's doing. Okay. Every family's got one. They think that they're just showing love and concern. Okay. So, you know, I'm so grateful that you love me enough to worry about this. I love you for caring about me, and that usually shuts them down. And you can just use the, you know, those reflective listening statements. Like it sounds like you're really concerned. And now I'm going to use the broken record. Sounds like you're really concerned about, you know, my love life, and I love you for it. But let's talk about something else. How's your cat? Okay. And just keep saying that over and over and over again until she gets it. Or you say, you know what, I gotta go, bye. That's what you can do that with people who are like the psychic vampires that won't let you go, and they put their claws into you at a family gathering, and now you've got this mini me that's trailing along behind you and you can't shake them. And you could say, you know what, you know, I really love talking to you, but I have to go talk to Uncle Joe right now. I'll come back and talk to you again later. Or be, you know, be open and communicative about it. You know, I really have to go take care of the turkey, or I really need to use the bathroom, or I'm going to go get another drink, or whatever. I'll come back and talk to you later. I have some other guests that I need to speak with, and I love you to death, but I'll be back. Okay, and it's all about the tone. Okay, so hopefully this little series has given you some input as to how to handle uncomfortable situations with family members that might not be your choice, but you're kind of stuck with them. We can't choose our family, right? So if you liked what you've had to experience with my video series, I want you to go to, and yes, we are going to have another commercial. You know I'm going to do it every video. www.thequietzonecoaching.com. I have one-off classes on self-esteem, on leaving stress at work and not bringing it home, on how to handle conflict and to communicate properly and to resolve criticism, which is what we've been doing here. I also have a Wake Up Happy program. I help working women not only overcome stress, but also go from frustration into satisfaction, and also to go from hopelessness into power, okay, to a feeling of powerful. There's a lot more to what I do than just stress management. So please, www.thequietzonecoaching.com. Please go and poke around. I have sliding fee scales. I have something for everyone. Coaching may not be what you think it is. So I want you to go have a look, please, and tell me what you think. Until the next time, have a wonderful, awesome, amazing Thanksgiving, and we'll talk about Christmas next. Have a great weekend.